Hey guys, I only got a few minutes with you. I'm just trying to finish up that video from last night because it's almost time for me to go to work, and I was trying to upload it and realized I didn't even get to finish it. What happened was Mr. Marcello called in the middle of the video and I didn't get to finish that thought. And then by the time we hung up, me and my sister were going to see what is it, Red One or something like that. So I didn't get to finish. I came home, was going to bed. So I'm just getting up this morning and before work trying to finish up that thought. So where I left off, I was saying I was speaking about long timers wives, and us as prison wives, period, just comparing ourselves to others' journey, which is very bad, and it's bad. But what I'm trying to get to is that it is almost a human thing to do. It's very hard not to compare yourself. That is where God is working on me to stay in my lane, to keep blinders on like this, close, so I can't even see over there. Because when you get to looking around, you're like, hold on, wait a minute. I'm doing a lot of work. I don't see nobody else doing this much work. It's like they lift their finger a little bit and their husbands come home. But I have been trying to carry a mountain on my back and my husband still ain't home. So that's why you can't compare, because you're like, and I'm not trying to put nobody else down saying that they're not working hard. You are working hard. But this journey, I have not had one free day from working hard, trying to break my husband's story, get him home, and it's just not been successful. So it's really dealing with me. Somebody answered me. They were like, I had posted my journey like from the beginning, which is a lot, and it was a lot for my little carpal tunnel hands to type. So it took me half the night to do that. And they were like, oh my gosh, all you've done is not in vain. Just know it's not in vain. And people don't realize that is the exact thing that I'm thinking at this moment, that my God, I have done this much. Like, I'm almost like, if we could go back in time and somebody could just stop me. But people tried to tell me, Keita, you can't do this. You can't do this. This is impossible. And I don't know. It was just that I had an incredible faith. I had an incredible faith. And I just knew that this could not stand, that we could break this story and get him home. I just didn't know that. I didn't know a lot of the background information that I know, that stuff is rigged up. Stuff is kind of set to not allow you justice, and that you can come way down this road and then it not even be, you know. But that's what I'm saying. Just try not to compare, because comparison, you see where I'm going when I'm comparing. Y'all already see, y'all see it. I'm smiling. I'm going to smile, but that's starting to make me doubt, right? So that's an example, exactly what comparison starts to do. When you look around, you see everybody coming home, and you're like, wow, so what happened in my case? What happened in my situation? And that is something I really have to deal hard in. Also, with the prisoners themselves, it's easy to compare there. Like, I tell a lot the story of, the chit chat that prison wives have, like before a visitation. And it always goes to, so how much longer? Or one prison wife will be like, oh, I only have two more visits, and then my husband's coming home. Girl, it would be so funny. I need to count out how many more visits I got until my husband come home. It'll probably be something like, okay, let's say weekly is 52, right? And he got about 13 more years. Let's do 52 times 13. I don't know that off rip, but it's up there. It's up there because let's see, 4 years is gonna be 108 visits. It's about a is it it's about 108 visit, girl. Help me out. Help me out. No, it's about 208, right? 4 years, because it's 52 weeks, right? Okay. 208. So 8 years gonna be uh 416 more visits. 8 years. 416. So let's see, 9, 10 years. Let's add another 100 to that. Oh, girl, I lost count. But it's a lot. It's a lot. So imagine I'd be like, oh, girl, I only got about 500 more visits before my husband come on, which I know is surpassed that because we didn't, girl, I need a paper and pencil. I can't do the math off the top of my head. Like, girl, I'm an artist. I'm not no number magician or nothing like that. I have never been no mathematician. That's what it is. Number magician, mathematician, girl. But yeah. So one would come up and be like, "Well, I only got 2 more visits, and then my honey's coming home," because they'll be going through the most, and then they'll be like, "But you know what? I only got 2 more visits." And you look at yourself and you're like, I only got about 5 to 6 to 700 more visits before my husband comes home. That's why it's not good to compare. My journey, and I actually think that's an illusion. I think those are distractors put in our lives so that we keep looking around. The thought I was about to say was like with our husbands, because when it gets to the point where like, oh, well, how long does he have? 40 years. Oh, what did he do? That's the next question. I already know. Right. I got the script. I've read it many times. What did he do? And then here's this long explanation how he's innocent. He didn't do what they alleged he did, but they still convicted him and this and that. And then you'll be like, so what is your husband there for? And it'll be something quite worse, where he's gotten substantially less time. And you're like, oh, okay. All right. And it puts you in that comparison mode. So it's quite easy to get in that comparison mode, but it's very hard to fight it. And we have to try to fight it, because when we go into comparing, it just puts us in the worst mind space, worst head space. You're on your journey. That's what I was about to say. God has us each on our own separate journeys. Your journey within prison life may be an easier journey, which they all are hard, but easier in the hard level, right? My journey might be hard. There's journeys harder than mine. So we have all different journeys. We're on all different paths. I might be on the paths that's filled with pit holes and rocks and this and that and all types of stuff. Pits and falls and stumbles and crumbles and everything else. That might all be on my path. But I still gotta finish my path. Your path may have a couple of hurdles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hurdles. But they're hurdles. They're not the pitfalls. They're not the oh my gosh, is this bad? But you still have to finish your journey. But what I learned is that just because one aspect of your life is easier or better or not as hard as others, or maybe it is much more harder in your area of life. Like my prison wife life is on accelerated. It's harder. It is harder. But there could be other situations in my life where I have it easier than the next. So all of our aspects of life kind of balance out. My contact bothering me. All right, guys. So I'm going to stop right there. But yeah, so we I'm going to say we because I'm not just talking to you. I got this bad. We have got to stop comparing ourselves to others. Prison Wives, comparison is the thief of joy. All right, here's your girl Cadillac, and I'm headed off to work now.